Welcome to this second video of quadratic equations. In this video, we are going to see what is the definition of quadratic equation and standard or general form of quadratic equation. And of course, we are going to see it with examples. So let's come to the definition of quadratic equation. The equation involving one variable. So first of all, it should be an equation. Okay. It's quadratic equation. So it should be equation means we should have is equal to sign. It should involve one variable. Any variable we can have A to Z, but it only one variable. And having 2 as the maximum index of the variable, or in other words, degree of the variable. Maximum index of the variable means degree. So, two conditions, it should have only one variable and its power or maximum power or maximum index means degree should be 2. Then it is called a quadratic equation. Let's say some examples over here. X square plus 3x is equal to 5. See, the first thing is it is having is equal to sign. So this is an equation. How many terms are here? There are 3 terms. Only one variable we have used, x, and the power of the index of the variable here it is 2. Here nothing means 1, and here we don't have variable. So or we can say having x with power 0. Okay. So maximum index is what? 2. So this is a quadratic equation. Let's come to second example. 5y square is equal to 7. Here this is equation, equality sign. Y is the only one variable. Highest power is 2. So this is also quadratic equation. Third, and 3m square minus m is equal to 0. Here m is the only one variable used. This is equal to sign. Degree of the equation is 2. Quadratic equation. And one more example. 4 plus x square is equal to 9. Here the variable uses x with highest power of the variable x is 2. So this is also an quadratic equation. So this is definition and some examples of quadratic equation. Now let's come to see what is standard or general form of the quadratic equation. Its general form is written in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where the x is the variable with highest power 2 and these a, b, c are real numbers where and a is not equal to 0. So coefficient of x square term is a, and a is a real number and a must not be equal to 0. What will happen if a is 0? 0 into anything will become 0 and then this term will go away. Okay. So if this term value is 0, this term will vanish, then it remains only bx plus c, and then the highest power will be 1, and if it is 1, it will not fulfill the condition of having maximum power to be 2. Hence it will not be a quadratic. It will become a linear if a is equal to 0. So that condition of a is not equal to 0 is very much important. So these 3 values a, b, c can be any real numbers, only a should not be equal to 0. Now b is coefficient of x, it can be any value including 0. So c is a constant term without variable, it also can have any real value and its value can be 0 also. So b and c can be 0, either b or c or both, but a should not be 0. That is most important thing. Now let's come to see this examples which we have taken, how to write given quadratic equation in its general form, and then we will find the values of a, b, c also. Now the first example was x square plus 3x is equal to 5. Now we want in general form all the 3 terms on the left and right side 0, and that also we want in the descending order of the power of the variable. First square term, then x square, then x, and then constant, and then is equal to 0. So here the x square term is first, we will write as it is. Second term x term we want plus 3x. Now this 5 term, constant term, is on the right side of the equation. That we have to take it on the left side. So as it going to change its sign, it will transpose. Plus 5 will become minus 5, and we will write here minus 5 is equal to, nothing is remaining on the right, so it is 0. So this is the general form of the given quadratic equation. And if we compare this with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, coefficient of x square, nothing means here it is 1. So value of a is 1. Value of b means coefficient of x term, it is plus 3. And coefficient, this c is constant term, right, along with the sign minus 5. These are the values of a, b, c, corresponding values of a, b, c in this equation. Okay. So to write these values of a, b, c, first of all we have to write the given quadratic equation into general form. Now what is the second equation? 5y square is equal to 7. Now here the y square term should be written first. So 5y square. This is the first term. Where is the y term? The y term is missing. So we have to write that y term along with the coefficient 0. So plus 0y. So this term is actually missing. So we are writing it with coefficient 0 because product of is this 0 and 0 has no value. So this is nothing actually, but just we are writing for the sake of writing in the standard or general form. Now 7 is again on the right side, which should come on the left because right side we want only 0. So plus 7 coming here, it becomes minus 7 is equal to 0. Now comparing with the general form, value of a is coefficient of y square, that is 5. Value of b is 0 and value of c is minus 7. Okay. So here the value of b is 0, doesn't matter. We don't want value of a to be 0. In the third example, it is 3m square minus m is equal to 0. Now here the first term is 3m square, fine. Let's copy minus m as it is. Now is equal to 0. There is no constant, so we should write plus 0 as a constant is equal to 0. Okay. So this is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 form. Instead of the variable x, we have here variable m. Now let's write the values of a, b, c. M square's coefficient is 3, so a is 3, b is minus 1 and c is 0. Still it is a quadratic equation because here all these three values are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Now come to the last, 4 plus x square is equal to 9. Now here in this given x square is given in the third term, but while writing in the general form we should write it as first. Then we should write x plus x term. Now here we have two constants. If 4 is here and 9 is on the right side, but we want right side 0, so this 9 should come on this side. So plus 9 will become minus 9 and 4 minus 9 will become minus 5. What is this? 4 minus 9 and is equal to right side 0. Now compare with general form or standard form. Value of a is nothing, is 1. Value of b is here plus 1 and c is minus 5. So these three are the real numbers where a is not equal to 0. So this we have seen how to write the quadratic equation into general form and get the values of a, b, c. Let's go quickly to identify some equations whether it is quadratic or not. For that we will see practice at 2.1. In question number 1, it is you have to given that write any two quadratic equations. You can write any two equations like this specifically in general form. That will be your answer. This type of question is also asked in board exam, so don't ignore such questions. Now second question which I want to tell you in detail, that write which of the following are quadratic equation, decide. I have selected these 4 examples. With the help of this you can solve the remaining 2 which are easier one. Now the given equation is what? Y square plus 1 upon y is equal to 2. We have to decide whether it is a quadratic equation or not. If you think that here it is 2, so it should be quadratic. But no, there is one certain thing here, that here the variable is in denominator. Now in any polynomial, first of all, quadratic equation comes from quadratic polynomial, and in polynomial we don't keep any variable into denominator. So to remove this variable y from the denominator, if we multiply each term by y, what will happen? So y into y square plus y into 1 upon y is equal to y into 2. Just to cancel this y from the denominator, we have multiplied each term by y, and then what we get? Y into y square, we got y cube plus this 1 is equal to 2y. Okay. Now here the variables use only 1. But we have seen that this highest power of index of the variable y is 3. And it is not 2, it is more than 2. This is not your answer is going to be, this is not a quadratic equation. This is not quadratic equation. Why? The reason is the highest power or degree of the equation is 3. Okay, so this is not a quadratic equation. But here, it is here also. Now you can see x is in the denominator. To cancel this, if you multiply each term by this x, so x into x plus x into 1 upon x is equal to x into minus 2. So x into x, you will get it x square, x will get cancelled, plus 1 is equal to minus 2x. Now this we are not writing in general form. Still we can observe that where the variable is in the numerator and the highest power is 2 in one variable. So our answer is yes, it is a quadratic equation. Now here we have two brackets. In these two brackets, so we have to solve this and we have to see what we do get. So if we solve this m with this bracket, m into m minus 5. So m into m will become, so let's write here m into m minus 5, and then plus 2 into m minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore m into m is going to be m square minus 5m plus 2m minus 2 5 is 10 is equal to 0. We have here two these like terms. So copying m square as it is, minus 5m plus 2m going to be minus 3m minus 10 is equal to 0. So here we got the equation. First of all these terms are having only one variable m, highest power is 2. So it is yes, it is a quadratic equation. Okay, you have to write like this. And here see that what is the equation, m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m cube. Now we have seen that m cube is at two places. Like let's take this 3m cube on this side. So what you will get? So m cube plus 3m square minus 2 minus 3m square is equal to 0. Sorry, m cube. Now these like terms we have to club, and 1 plus 1 and minus 3 will become minus 2m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 0. Now this is an equation because of equality sign, variable is only 1, but we can see here the highest index of the variable m is 3, which is more than 2. We want maximum index to be 2. And as this one is 3, this is not a quadratic equation. So in this way, you can decide whether the given equations are quadratic or not. And if they are quadratic, you can compare with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 in standard form, and you can find the values of a, b, c. Thank you.